Hello, what's the secret for today? Some of history's most astonishing discoveries didn't come from laboratories or dig sites. Everyday people stumbled upon them. Imagine a $1 million vase gathering dust in an attic, or a hidden tunnel beneath your feet, disguised by an ordinary sidewalk. Even a thrift store cabinet concealing real gold bars. In today's video, we will reveal that 19 unusual finds were discovered completely by accident. Let's start. Toothaches are a common and painful problem, but people today have treatments like medicine and dentists. In Kathmandu, Nepal, there's a unique sacred site called Banjmut, believed by locals to offer relief from toothaches. It's an old stump covered with coins and owl carvings, known as the sanctuary of Vaishya Devu, the so-called god of toothache. Visitors often place coins on the stump and recite prayers, hoping for relief. According to legend, a golden idol once resided in the tree for over 300 years until the tree was cut down. Many still believe the deity's spirit remains. Interestingly, several dental clinics are now located near the shrine, reflecting a blend of traditional belief and modern healthcare. Next, you won't believe what one couple discovered while fixing their sidewalk. In 2021, Harry and Beth bought an old house in Alton, Illinois, built in the 1890s. While fixing a sinking sidewalk, Harry found a large stone and uncovered a tunnel beneath it. Experts later confirmed the tunnel dated back to the 1840s, about 50 years older than the house. The tunnel is about 9 feet high and nearly 60 feet long. Its original purpose is unclear, but it may have been used for storage or as a carriage shelter. A stable once stood on the property in the early 1900s. Harry now plans to restore the tunnel and may open it for tours, given its age of nearly 2 centuries. What would you do if you discovered a secret tunnel beneath your backyard? Comment and chat with me. Now, from ancient secrets underground to modern marvels afloat, ever imagine walking on water? China draws tourists not just for its natural beauty, but also for its thrilling attractions. One such place is the Shizguan Floating Bridge, also called the Dream Bridge, located in the scenic Shidizguan area in Inchitur, Hubei province. Opened in 2016, the bridge stretches 400 meters across the Dian River. It supports pedestrians and vehicles under 2.8 tons, with a speed limit of 20 kilometers per hour. The bridge floats directly on the water, creating the sensation of walking or driving over the river's surface. This unique design both fascinates and frightens visitors. Despite safety features, a tragic accident in 2023 involving a minivan led to 5 deaths. The bridge was temporarily closed but later reopened, attracting even more thrill-seekers eager for the experience. Floating bridges might be thrilling, but wait until you hear how a casual walk turned into a sparkling jackpot discovery. Matt Bettery, who lives near Sapphire deposits in Queensland, Australia, found a massive sapphire weighing 834 carats. After a rainstorm, he went for a walk and spotted the gem in the mud. Realizing its value, he returned with his phone to film the discovery. Experts estimate the sapphire is worth around $12,000. Matt later shared the moment on TikTok, and the video quickly went viral. He noted that just days earlier, treasure hunters had searched the area but missed the gem. Matt hasn't decided whether to keep the sapphire or sell it. And speaking of fortune, what if your life changed forever with one dazzling stone? Before exploring, I have a special 10-second request for all of you listening. If you can help me in any way, just hit the notification bell and hit that subscribe button. It helps this channel so much. And if you do that, I will do everything I can to make this show even better for you. Deal? In 2024, an Indian worker named Raju Gaunt and his brother Rakesh rented state mines for 10 years, hoping to find precious stones. Despite their efforts, Raju fell into debt and earned only about $4 a day, while my rent cost nearly $10 per day. Since he visited the mines only a few times a month, the expenses still added up without any success. Then, during one visit, Raju finally found a diamond. Overjoyed, he and Rakesh showed it to their family and took it to appraisers. Experts valued the gem at $95,000. Under Indian law, Raju must give 11.5% of that amount to the state. Even so, he plans to use the money to pay off debts, buy land to grow vegetables, and purchase a tractor. A single gem can be life-changing, but some finds take us back millions of years. In 2017, a man in Pombal, Portugal, found huge fossilized bones in his yard. Realizing they were from an unknown animal, he contacted scientists. This discovery led to years of excavations, which revealed the bones of a brachiosaurus. The fossils date back to the Upper Jurassic period, around 150 million years ago. Paleontologists uncovered the spine and ribs, showing the dinosaur may have been about 25 meters long, with a long neck and a large tail. What makes the find special is that the bones remained in their original position in the rock, a rare occurrence in paleontology. Excavations are still ongoing, with hopes of finding the full skeleton. From prehistoric bones to golden surprises, ever wondered what secrets a piece of old furniture might hold? In 2018, a man in Bremen, Germany, bought an antique kitchen cabinet. It looked impressive and was in great condition. After delivery, while cleaning it, he found 3 gold bars weighing 2.5 kilograms. The bars were worth about $83,500. Some might have kept the gold, but the man reported it to the police the same day. The cabinet had originally belonged to a wealthy pensioner who had since passed away. Since the owner was deceased, the gold was handed over to the state. For his honesty, the man received a reward of 2,500 euros. And now let's open a dusty shoebox that stunned the art world and made headlines across Europe. In 2018, a rare Chinese porcelain vase from the 15th century was sold at Sotheby's auction in France for a record of 16.2 million euros. It featured images of deer, birds, and pine trees and dated back to the reign of Emperor Qianlong of the Qing dynasty. Surprisingly, the vase was found in a family attic and brought to the auction house in a simple shoebox. The owners had no idea of its value and were shocked by the price it reached. The names of the finders and the buyer remain unknown. Experts believe the vase came to France in the late 19th century during a boom in Chinese and Japanese art. The auction started at 700,000 euros, with many eager bidders. The winning buyer traveled to France personally to secure it. A priceless vase is shocking, but this next discovery uncovers a far darker secret hidden in plain sight. You discover something shocking and share it with your wife, expecting concern. Instead, she calmly says she already knows about the remains. They belong to her first husband, who she claims died during a conflict 20 years ago. This unusual and unsettling situation reportedly occurred in the Serbian village of Luzino. The man spent days thinking about what to do and eventually reported the incident to the police. Authorities investigated, and the woman was later detained. During questioning, she provided further details about the event. She was eventually sentenced to 10 years for her involvement in the death and for hiding the incident. Let's shift from the unsettling to the ancient once more, where old coins tell stories of vanished kingdoms. In 2024, a man from the Armenian village of Khachkar went treasure hunting with a metal detector. After many failed attempts, he searched near abandoned houses and finally got a signal beside a small tree. He dug and found a clay pot hiding several dozen rare half-drachmas. These coins came from Tabaristan, a historical state that thrived from the 5th to the 15th century along the southern Caspian Sea. Experts confirmed the coins dated to the 10th century and were made of a gold-silver alloy. Their value may exceed $10,000. Archaeologists say the find is historically important. It shows Tabaristan's trade and cultural ties with nearby regions. The coins, made of electrum, offer insight into the political and economic life of the time and the movement of precious metals. And while we're on the topic of treasure, here's a golden discovery so massive it stunned even seasoned experts. In 2023, an amateur treasure hunter in Victoria, Australia, found a large gold nugget in the Golden Triangle. He used a basic metal detector worth about $1,200. Experts said if the nugget had been 30 centimeters deeper, it would have gone undetected. He took the nugget to the Lucky Strike Gold workshop, where owner Dar N. Cam found it weighed 4.5 kilograms, with 2.6 kilograms of pure gold. The man planned to sell it for 10,000 Australian dollars, but Cam offered him 240,000 instead. Cam, a gold hunter with over 40 years of experience, had never seen such a large nugget. Victoria is rich in gold, with over 2 million kilograms believed to be underground. In the same area, a 70-kilogram nugget was found in 1869. Today, about 50,000 people in Victoria hold licenses to search for gold, and interest is growing after this recent discovery. Some treasures, however, carry not just value but deep historical weight. This next one links to colonial history and royal warfare. A couple in Great Britain experienced this when one spouse inherited a house once owned by Major Thomas Khartoum, a former British East India Company officer from the late 18th century. While renovating the long-abandoned house, they began in the attic and found a rare collection of weapons. The items belonged to Tipu Sultan, an Indian ruler from the late 17th century who opposed British colonial rule. The collection included a stolen musket from the day of his death, 4 swords, a shield, and a ring from the time of the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War. These artifacts were sent to auction, with an estimated value of £6 million, though experts believe they may be worth even more. If this video made you look twice at your attic, your garden, or that old drawer you never open, give it a thumbs up. Now imagine coming across a fortune in public and choosing honesty over temptation. In January 2020, George Conde from Westland, USA went shopping and noticed a black box near an ATM at the Westland Federal Credit Union. Curious, he checked it and saw it was labeled $40,000. Inside, he found a large amount of cash. He immediately informed the credit union staff. They were shocked, and after counting, found the box held $27,000. Surveillance footage showed a collector had accidentally left the box behind while loading an armored truck. Although George could have kept the money, he chose to return it. The credit union rewarded him for his honesty, though the amount of the reward was not disclosed. But sometimes treasures don't glitter at all. They're carved, symbolic, and centuries old. In 2022, a landowner near Sergiev Posad in the Moscow region was preparing his site for planting. While moving a large stone, he discovered a slab with a carved cross and grape clusters on one side. The other side showed a man aiming a bow at an animal and a woman beside him. Believing it was an ancient tombstone, he gave it to a local museum. Experts identified it as an Armenian Khachkar, a sacred stone stele with a carved cross. Photos were sent to Yerevan State University, where Professor Hamlet Petrosian dated it to the early 10th century. He suggested it was made in Artsakh, Nagorno-Karabakh, and brought to Russia during the Mongol-Tatar invasion when Armenians migrated. The slab is now kept at the Sergiev Posad State Historical and Art Museum Reserve and is considered a unique historical find. Speaking of old symbols, this next tale takes us into a hidden room full of eerie energy and unanswered questions. Julia Henning, a coach from Los Angeles, shared on TikTok how she found a secret room in her house. While removing an old closet to create a video space, she uncovered a hidden hatch with stairs leading to a basement. Too scared to go down, she first invited a medium to check for spirits. The psychic claimed to sense evil energy. After the discovery, Julia noticed strange events. She felt constant fear, guests had headaches, and no one could sleep well. Eventually, Julia went down wearing a coat and a ski mask. Inside was a small wine cellar with shelves. On the wall were the names Joe and John and a strange symbol. She found a note from a disinfector and a time capsule with a lighter, a toy car, and a ping pong ball. Though nothing seemed dangerous, Julia still felt uneasy. In a podcast, she said the hatch once slammed shut while she was inside, and her friends had to help her out. Since opening the room, her house alarm goes off every night. She now plans to contact the home's previous owners to learn more. From mysterious basements to literal buried treasure, get ready for one of America's greatest accidental gold finds. In California, a couple named John and Mary found a hidden treasure during a walk with their dog. Near a strange-looking stone, they spotted an old metal can. Inside, they found gold coins. John kept searching and uncovered 7 more cans buried nearby. In total, they found over 1,400 gold coins dating from 1847 to 1894. The treasure was valued at $10 million. Some believe the coins may be linked to a robbery at the San Francisco Mint in 1901. The couple loaned the rarest coin, worth $1 million from 1866, to a museum inside the Mint building. They kept a few coins as keepsakes and sold the rest on Amazon. The money helped them clear their debts and donate to several charities. But who says you have to dig outside? Sometimes, treasure is right behind your kitchen wall. Sometimes, buying used furniture is a necessity. For Thomas Heller, a 50-year-old social worker from Germany, it turned out to be a stroke of luck. In 2022, he bought a second-hand kitchen set on eBay for €240 after negotiating the original price of €300. While installing the furniture, he discovered stacks of €100 bills hidden inside. The total was €150,000. Thomas immediately reported the find to the police, choosing not to keep the money. It turned out the cash had been hidden by the seller's 91-year-old grandmother, now living in a nursing home. Since the money was considered lost, Thomas legally received 3% of the total, €4,500, as a reward. It was a surprising bonus for a simple furniture purchase. Hidden cash is thrilling. But what about finding fine jewelry and a family's forgotten fortune in your new home? In 2023, a woman in China bought a second-hand apartment and began renovating before moving in. While removing old wallpaper, she found a hidden compartment in one corner. It was difficult to open, but inside she discovered valuable jewelry and 5 deposit certificates. A jeweler estimated the jewelry's worth at over 400,000 yuan, or about $57,000. Although she could have kept the treasure, the woman chose to find its rightful owners. She learned it had belonged to the parents of the previous owners who had since passed away. She returned everything, even though the family never knew the cash existed. Finally, we end our journey in the remote Himalayas, where plastic legends and spiritual offerings collide in one haunting tale. The Himalayas are full of stunning sights, but one unusual place stands out, known by tourists as the Plastic Temple. This small temple sits on a winding road in Ladakh and is covered in plastic water bottles. Many visitors mistake it for a dump and are shocked by the litter in such a beautiful area. However, the bottles have a purpose. According to legend, a man once died here from cold and thirst. His restless spirit, known as the ghost of the Guadalupe, is believed to haunt the area. The locals, aware of the road's danger, leave water bottles to honor the spirit and seek protection. The story has roots in real events. In the late 1990s, during a snowstorm at the 19th turn, a truck driver died after being left behind while his partner went for help. Since then, people have reported strange happenings at the site and linked them to the ghost. Have you ever found something unusual in your home, or wished you had? Share your story in the comments. The strangest one just might get featured in a future video. If you found today's video interesting, don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Your support is very important to us. Be sure to check out the next video appearing on your screen. You're sure to love the content we bring. Please leave a comment about which country you'd like us to explore next. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.